by Don, no, this is hilarious, on the media, which got transcripts of the Putin-Trump meeting. And they alter what he said. Because if you don't believe me, check my fucking posts 2 weeks ago. Because I was trying to figure out, because, I mean, it was very clear that I didn't see anyone who wanted Trump. Now, we all rationalize that and go, well, they're in some other state or some other county. And how in the fuck would they want Trump? You've never had an election where you had two people completely different. If racism didn't get broken this time, then it was never going to get broken. And I didn't believe that. I did not believe women would vote for a rapist. Maybe they did. No. I wondered, this is the most important election of all time. Everyone's been talking about today. Even Trump knew he was going to win before the election. He goes, I'm not going to get sentenced for my felonies. We'll let the American people decide. Okay, and then when I went to go vote that day, I'm used to going and voting since I've been up here with my father. There's a fire station we go to and we vote. So about 3 o'clock that day, I go, when are we leaving? When are we going to vote? He goes, what are you talking about? We got to go vote today, Dad. Today's a voting day. I mailed in my vote 3 weeks ago. What? He goes, I don't even think there still are walk-in polling places. What are you talking about? I didn't hear that. Did you hear that? I didn't know you couldn't walk in to vote. No wonder on the election day, when they declared Trump a victor, I mean, they didn't even have hanging chads. It took like months with Bush and Gore. It took a long time to figure out who won. It was so close. But apparently, the most important vote ever in the history of America, by 7 o'clock, they already had fucking NCIS on TV. I'm like, how in the fuck is this possible? Our voting machines are that fast? Well, maybe they're just counting the votes that came in through mail. Absentee vote. I thought absentee votes were like the military overseas and this and that. No, if you want, you can vote by mail. And now I'm listening to what Trump's saying about like illegal immigrants and how they think we Democrats bring over illegal immigrants to vote. Democrat. I have no idea why they would ever do that. They're lazy. They never vote. Republicans show up like Walmart on Black Friday to get a deal to vote. And I said, well, wait a second. You were disabled or something? How did you get to vote? What do you mean? Everyone can vote through mail. What? Well, my God, how do they prove who's voting? And today, Putin is quoted as saying, but they switched it around. You're never going to have free and valid elections in your country, Mr. Trump. Why? Because you have mail-in voting. You have mail-in voting. Now, what are you saying? That someone filled out? No, what I'm saying is, why do you think Elon Musk, Mr. AI, is celebrating like he won the presidency? My neighbors are Trump supporters. They always complain about how they think it's all corrupt. Why? Because they get 5 ballots. I swear to Christ they said that. And they were in Latino last names. Oh my God. I go, that's propaganda. They're trying to make you think Latinos are doing fake votes. But I'll bet you they filled out those votes for Trump. I'll bet you they did, because that's what they do. So I hit it right on target. That's how he won. But they rigged it by you don't need to prove who you are if you mail in the vote. So they already knew who was president, like he did, before Election Day. And we never knew that. He did. Because they don't require ID. No. They don't require birth certificates. They don't require anything. While he's on TV saying, you guys got to come up with all this shit, or you're not getting in the country, or you're going to get taken away, or you're going to get pulled over, you're going to have all these problems. He does exactly the opposite of what he says he's doing. He's guilty of whatever he says, the opposite of what he's doing. But now, well, I'm not worried about it. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. They want him to win. I'm not going to go that far and tell you yet, but some of my friends hate me. They do not like Don's opinion. And you know what's funny? They're never going to congratulate me when I tell, holy shit, how did you know? How did you know that, Don? Well, who do I listen to? Someone you can't listen to. Why in the fuck would I sell out and not want to save my own fucking race? What did I tell you was going to happen if you fucking played the racism role? All right, so get ready to die. Because there aren't going to be a minority anymore. They're not chasing blacks, are they? No, they're not. They're not deporting blacks, are they? No, they're not. Well, there's too many Latinos here. They have a home country. Right. So how are they going to get power over the whites? You tell me, you dumb fuck. I told you, we voted for Obama to save your ass. But since you're not the sharpest fucking tool in the shed, what do? You don't listen to what? Ironically, the 5%ers. The 5%ers are 5% of the people who actually know God. And their responsibility for knowing God is that they have to risk their lives and go out and tell people the truth of what's really going on. And I'll tell you where that 5% is from. Los Angeles. Because they grew up around black people, around Mexicans, with no hate, no racism. Now, what's going to happen to us now? Oh, we'll probably get killed by our white friends. Because the race war that's coming is not going to be black against white. Nope. It's going to be white against white. Check my record. And you want to go date a punk. You want to go blow a punk. Go ahead. No, you are all not, no. You're not just in jail with a punk. You are the punk. And I'm going to make you my punk. Because I guarantee you, I put in so much fucking work to try to save your ass. When I would know, I would have the experience. And you let some goddamn Nazis come around you and try to change your mind? This 5% are all wise, he says. They know who the true and living God is. And they will teach you that the origin of man is the black man. Get over it. They're also known as civilized people. Don's in civilized. The gang in LA, it's not the same thing. Are you sure? They're also known as Muslim or Muslim sons. Well, fucking Muslims. No, a Muslim son is not what you think it is. Look it up. What is a Muslim son? A Muslim son is a Caucasian male brought under the guidance of Allah to learn the right ways of God, Allah, and become able to do business and practice under their reign back in the day. So when he says these are civilized people and Muslim sons, this is a small percentage of people who actually know God. And when you know God, you have a duty. And that duty is to teach what you know to those who do not know. But those of us who take up that responsibility, the 5%, they have another 10%, if not more. They fucking hate the 5%. They want the 5% dead. And they have control over the minds of 85% of the fucking country. So they teach that 85%, oh, if you see this guy using this drug, or listening to this music, or driving this truck, hate him. This is how they've been able to kill prophets in the past. Go against him. Do not help him out. Do not call him back. Make it very difficult for him to get the word out. This is how they've been able to kill all the ones who have the right information. And he says, but a new thing is happening today. A new thing is happening today. I didn't say I am. You did. But you're right. So if you think you're having the God baby, it's not, no, you're not, you didn't have a black baby. But you kind of got, remember that night you saw you got pregnant with that guy? You don't really remember it well, do you? Yeah, because, well, there's no way it could be yours. We never had sex. So you were a virgin. And you had my baby? Mary?